Got some fresh baked bread and good cheese if you're after a bite to eat.
Every night, I walk around the Grey Quarter and let them greyskins know what I think of them.
Mind you don't get fresh with Susanna. She plays the flirt, but it's just to get good tips. Those dark elf refugees will take over this city if we aren't careful. Let's sate that appetite, Enjoy your stay, and don't break nothing.
If it's a mercenary you're looking for, you found him. There's no stronger sword arm for hire in all Skyrim. If you're looking to hire the strongest mercenary in Skyrim, I'd wager your search is over.
I still can't believe Isabella's gone. She was such a helpful young lass.
Sell swords are common in Skyrim, but you'll find precious few as stout and as strong as I am. I've fought in more battles than I've got years of life in me. Pay my fee and I'll put that experience to work for you, friend.
What are you doing that for? I'm a writer by trade. Not that the people of Skyrim do much reading. Now, more than ever, the world needs tales of heroism. I'll find some way to finish my book. What are you doing that for?
You know about Talos? He founded the Empire. Talos, who in life was known as Tiber Septim, united Tamriel and founded the Empire. Blessings of Archay be upon you.
All hail to Ulfric! We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies. But this
Every night, I walk around the Grey Quarter and let them greyskins know what I think of them. Get out of my face.
And our dreams. All hail to Ulfric! You are the High King. In your great honor we
I'm a sailor on the North Wind. We're laying over in Windhelm. We're the only temple in Skyrim that can openly worship Talos.
Need something?
Mm-hmm.
The townsfolk call me captain, because I used to be a sailor. I lost my family years ago. Truth is, I don't really know what keeps me going. Fair winds and calm seas. That's an old sailor's.
Nay, can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Gotta have the...
Gotta keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time.
I have to wonder, what does the Dragonborn do once he's summoned by the Greybeards? Can the Thum be taught like any skill?
What happened?
The townsfolk call me captain because I used to be a sailor. Well, nothing. At least not anymore. Folk just call me that because of what I used to do. I was a sailor for many a year. I made my coin as a trader, and in time, I bought my own ship. When I retired here in Windhelm, most folk already knew me as Captain Lonelygale, and the name just stuck. There's an author named Adonator staying at the inn. He's published a few works of historical fiction. I lost my family.
If it's you hear the news? There's a dragon roosting up on Mount Anthor, to the northwest.
All the Argonians at the docks are nice to me. Good thing, too, or father would run them off. Do you know my father? He's really important. He even talks to the Jarl sometimes. His name is Torsten Krulsey. He's really rich, because he owns a farm called Hollyfrost. He told me once that he wanted me to grow up and be a sailor, because that's where all our family names come from. But I don't want to be a sailor or a farmer. I want to be a warrior! The strongest one ever! All right, then. Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. Sweet mother. Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. Die, Grilla, die! Please, how long must I do this? I keep praying, Night Mother. Why won't you answer me? Sweet mother, sweet... Mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. You've come at last! I knew you would! It worked! I knew you'd come! I just knew it! I did the Black Sacrament over and over with the body and the things. And then you came, an assassin from the Dark Brotherhood. You don't have to say anything. There's no need. You're here, so I know you'll accept my contract. My mother, she died. I'm all alone now. So they sent me to that terrible orphanage in Riften, Honor Hall. The headmistress is an evil, cruel woman. They call her Grella the Kind, but she's not kind. She's terrible to all of us. So I ran away and came home and performed the Black Sacrament. Now you're here, and you could kill Grella the Kind. Please don't kill Constance the Shell. She really is kind. I've never been more sure about anything in my entire life. Someone like Grella doesn't deserve to live one more day. She's a monster. Please hurry. To be honest, it's Honor Hall Orphanage in Riften.
Careful, Leo. The Thieves' Guild has Maven Blackbriar at her back. One snap of her fingers and you could end up in Riften jail.
You must be starving. Here.
If you're ever in the market, I deal in specialty goods from Morrowind at one of the stands.
Please, I need but a septum. A septum is all. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
I run the meat and produce stand at the market. Come by and see me if you want some of the...
I'm selling the best meat in town for cheap. Interested? No, friend. You've got it all wrong. I'm not selling cheap meat. I'm selling good meat for cheap. Blackbriar meat. I sell cases of it for half of what the inns and taverns pay through the meadery. All I need is someone to deliver it for me. If anyone saw me leave Riften, they get suspicious. I need someone to take this small keg of Blackbriar mead to Wilhelm at the Villimer Inn in Alverstead. Drop it off, and he'll trade you something for the delivery. Keep it as payment for the legwork. Oh, and if you bump into Indarin from the meadery, keep your mouth shut. He'd write us out in a second. Good. Now get going. Remember, keep this to yourself.
Those who shirk their duties will get an extra beating. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Relid.
And one more thing. I will hear no more talk of adoptions. None of you riffraff is getting adopted, ever. Nobody needs you. Nobody wants you. That, my darlings, is...
It's Grillin! Someone has killed Grillin!
I submit! Grillin is dead! Aventus did it!
Hooray! Grillin the Kind is dead! We're saved! Yay!
Aventus really did it! He got the Dark Brotherhood to kill old Grelin.
Hurrah! Hurrah!
I cannot best you.
Hooray! We love you, Dark Brotherhood!
Ah!
Enough! Mercy!
Fus Ruda!
Enough! I cannot best you! Enough! Mercy! I cannot best you!
I lost my family years ago. Truth. Fair winds and calm seas. That's an old sailor's party.
Can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Gotta have the little... Huh?
Well, Grelhod the Kind. Is she, you know... Aha! I knew you could do it. I just knew it. I knew the Dark Brotherhood would save me. Here, just like I promised. This should fetch you a nice price. And thank you. Thank you again. I'll go back to the orphanage in a while. I'll give them time to, you know, clean up the mess.
Been a murder over in Riften. Some old lady who runs an orphanage. Those poor children must be heartbroken. Best offense is a good defense, am I right?
I see why the Nords like Skyrim. Its crisp air is wonderful for the lungs.
Need a ride?
Between life and death, it's a swift steed.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Good afternoon. Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. Couldn't ask for better weather.
What is it? Keep clear of the college. Keep yourself out of trouble. By the gods, I don't even know what to say. The Imperials think we need their laws. Or to believe I ever complained about Riften being cold. What is it?
Leave Skyrim alive!
Yeah! Boost! I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Yeah, got this note. Don't know. Creepy fella, black robe, couldn't see his face. Paid me a pretty sum to get that into your hands, though. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
I'll sell just about anything if it's worth my time. Keep that in mind, will you? Wasn't by choice, I can tell you that. Options were in short supply. Ranmir and I grew up here, and nearly any money I make, he drinks away. Without the coin to pack up and leave, I decided to take to trading. Very funny. I'm sure you've noticed that Winterhold isn't exactly overflowing with people. So I'll sell whatever I can. If it's worth putting a price on, you can bet I'll do it. I've been burned a few times, made a few bad deals, but mostly I come out on top. Yeah, it was stupid of me. I shouldn't have believed the story and just refused the trade. But I didn't, and now I'm stuck with this worthless junk. Some line about this clothing in Ingol Barrow. He said it was worth more than its weight in gold if I took it back there. Something about placing it back in Ingol's chamber, I don't know. What was I thinking? Even if it were true, I'm not setting foot in some ancient tomb filled with who knows what. I don't even care anymore. You want to check it out? Fine. I'll sell you the thing for 50 gold, and then it's your problem. Fine, here you go. You get killed on account of this thing, it's not my fault. Got it? But I suppose if it does actually turn out to be worth something, let me know, will you? All right, then. I'll sell just about anything if it's worth my time. Keep that in mind, will you?
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within? Huh. Humor is often in short supply here. But I sense that perhaps you're after more than just that. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. The fear spell has saved the life of many an illusion mage. If you could cast it on the seal here on the ground, that would prove your skill. I look forward to it. Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. Winterhold's glory days me. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me. The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated. No matter what, the college will endure. Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. Mirabelle will be waiting for you. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on.
You are new here, are you not? We have not spoken. Sir? How quaint. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear? Not often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us. Purpose? I should think it's self-evident. Magic is a true power, not something to be shunned by commoners or treated as an amusing diversion by politicians. It shapes worlds, creates and destroys life. It deserves proper respect and study. The college is a place where we can focus on that, without the pressures of the world weighing down on us. I've seen documents dating back to the late Second Era. Beyond that, it's hard to say. Events in the last several hundred years resulted in a significant loss of our history, I'm afraid. The Great Collapse, as it has come to be known. An unfortunate natural disaster that ravaged the area. The college fared far better than the city of Winterhold, but it was not left untouched. No one is sure of the cause. Some believe the eruption of Red Mountain had far-reaching consequences that were only felt years later. I know there are some who have blamed the college, said that we were responsible. I assure you this is not the case. The Sea of Ghosts practically came alive. No one was expecting it. Monstrous waves battered the shore for weeks on end. Winterhold was ancient and weathered, but it couldn't withstand the sea's fury. Entire districts of the city were lost overnight. The waves receded in time, but the damage was irreversible. Most residents of Winterhold abandoned what was left of the city. The college survived, and so here we remain. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage.
Very good. Then we're done here.
Another new apprentice, I see. Are you of the sort that believe you're here to change the world? Or are you only in it for yourself? I assure you that I shall be watching all of you very closely. I am an advisor to the Archmage. The Thalmor wish to promote relations with your college. I am at the Archmage's disposal if he requires advice. Your superior and I were simply having a discussion about my level of access to the college. Nothing you need to concern yourself with. I shall be quite capable of observing everything that goes on here. I have many important things on.
You consider restoration a valid school of magic, worthy of study, don't you? Don't you? Good. Good. Not that I require validation, of course. There are just some, and I shan't name names, who would disagree. It can make life difficult when one's colleagues fail to recognize the research one engages in. I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Restoration is a perfectly valid school. I'll gladly share my knowledge with you. Well, no, not really. Not directly, I mean. But I know things are being said behind my back. Conversations cease when I enter rooms. I'm quite aware of what's going on here, and I will not stand for it. Take a look. I'll gladly share my knowledge with you.
Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. After I finish showing you the grounds, we can talk. After I finish showing you the Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards. Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
I have many important things on my mind. Your concerns are not among them.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile.
Before you even ask, yes, I have an ancestry steeped in magic, and no, I don't want to talk about it. Yes, I know Winterhold used to be full of my kind, and no, I don't care that they're all gone now. Does that cover everything? I've just been asked enough questions. I'm here to learn, not to explain myself over and over. Forgive me. I didn't mean to assume. I know I don't like the way he looks at me. I can't tell if he expects me to blow myself up or to try and murder him, but he clearly doesn't trust any of us. Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
New here too, eh? I'd hoped I wouldn't be the only Nord, but I should have known better. Magic is shunned by most. If it can't be swung over your head and used to crack skulls, most Nords want nothing to do with it. Magic is seen as something for elves and weaker races. No offense, of course. Not at all. I consider it a blessing. My family was convinced coming here was a death sentence, or worse. It took years of insisting that this is what I'm meant to do. Until next time.
My dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Well, your classmates certainly seem to disagree with you.
Oh, don't listen to him. We can do it. Just give us a chance.
All right.
You are new, yes? Have you mastered the expert-level distraction spells yet? Is it? This is disappointing. Jezargo hoped there might be one who could keep pace with his accomplishments. There is much for Jezargo to be sure of. There is skill in magic, there is charm, and there is a strong will. Jezargo will be successful. Of this there is no doubt.
In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and would you mind helping me with a demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? That's all right. I can teach you a very basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there. He's just opposite me. Don't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell. You have to keep your ward up, or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
You know, this is one of a very few places where you can receive a real education in the schools of magic.
Skyrim could not be more different from elsewhere.
Oddity in
But
Skyrim. Magic isn't something
is the
that's looked
same no
upon
matter
fondly
where you
here.
go. Jezargo will go wherever he can to learn more. Oblivion itself, if need be.
I have many important things on my mind. Your concerns are not among them.
I think my parents reserved a spot for me. There's a lot of pressure for me to excel in my studies. I hope I can live up to expectations.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people.
It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies. Feralda, don't act like she didn't say anything. I know her, and I know what she's been up to. My problem with her? She's the one who has a problem with me. She's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, by my elegance and posture, by my superior good looks. But she is not going to get the better of me. Oh no, I won't let it get to me one bit. That's what she's after. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you. All right then.
You know, this is one of a very few places where you can receive a real education in the schools.
Watch the skies, traveler. Hard to believe I ever complained about Riften being cold. Heard about you and your honeyed words.
My job is to serve the Jarl, not waste time talking with travelers. I don't really know anyone at the college. I guess everyone just assumes I do because I'm a Dunmer.
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
Like some horrible monster was turned inside out and
The
then
mages
exploded.
don't let us go into college.
What did you do?
They said it's not safe in there. Aster says his paw says the college makes lots of bad things happen. But the mages I've seen look nice. There's not many people left in Winterhold, so I only have Aster to play with. And sometimes he's mean.
What of it? It's our inn, and they cause him no harm.
Aster always wants to play Hunt the Elf, and he makes me be the elf.
Well, then he's welcome to eat and drink at home, isn't he? Ranmir beg a drink from you yet? That's gold wasted, friend. He owes this tavern enough coin to burn it down, build it back up, then burn it down again just for laughs. He's had some troubles in his life, but I can't have him drinking here without at least paying back some of the coin he owes. Go right ahead. He just might be sober enough to listen to you. Until next time.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking. I'm just trying to have a quiet drink here, all right? It's not like there's anything to do here but drink anyway. Who are you to say what I should do? I'll pay her back when I'm ready. You're right. What would my forefathers think if they knew I wasn't paying my debts? Tell Harren I'll bring her the gold I owe. You ask me, not enough of Winterhold fell off into the sea. Nothing to do here but drink till you forget you got nothing to do.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat. We may not have as much to offer as Whiterun or Solitude, but we'll... Thank you. He's not a bad man, just bad with his coins and his drink. My husband Dagger could tell you stories there. I have a couple of Ranmir's things that he traded to us back when he was still paying regularly. I say you've earned them. It's not much, but we get by. Very little money passes through Winterhold anymore. But if there's one thing you can count on, it's folks needing a drink now and then. Yeah,
Unless... What are you staring at?
If there's anything you need, just let me know. Well, not exactly. Listen,
How long are we gonna let Ranmir
we're friends,
himself
right?
into a stupor?
I wonder if I could ask a favor of you.
Oh, are you sure of that? I think Birna might disagree with you.
It's about Ranmir. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with him being here all the time. He mostly keeps to himself, and so far he's been able to pay. I just hate to see what's happened to him. He hasn't always been like this, you know. Drunk, I mean. Well, he was a different person. Happy, outgoing, like anyone who's in love. See, Ranmir was involved with a pretty young woman named Isabel Rolane. The two of them were very happy together, I thought. One day, she just disappeared. Ranmir was convinced she'd run off with someone else, leaving him behind. He turned to drinking, and what's left of him is what you see here every day. I'm not sure. I hope that maybe if she could be found, if he had some sort of explanation, that maybe he could put himself back together. I'm in no position to go searching for her, but perhaps you could. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need. If there's anything you need, just let me know.
How long are we going to let Ranmir drink himself into a stupor? When will enough be enough?
Watch what? As long as he keeps paying, I suppose. Keeps to himself and isn't hurting you.
Unless you're bringing me another round.
I think Beardy
What?
might disagree with you.
Don't you say that name to me. Don't you dare. Ever.
Told me to stay out of it.
Yeah.
Sleep well? Does it matter? You're warm, dry, and still very much alive. That's more than can be said for old Grelod, Half of Skyrim knows. Old hag gets butchered in her own orphanage. Things like that tend to get around. Oh, but don't misunderstand. I'm not criticizing. It was a good kill. Old Crone had it coming. And you saved a group of urchins to boot. But there is a slight problem. You see, that little Aretino boy was looking for the Dark Brotherhood. For me and my associates. Grelod the Kind was, by all rights, a Dark Brotherhood contract. A kill that you stole. A kill you must repay. Well now, funny you should ask. If you turn around, you'll notice my guests. I've collected them from, well, that's not really important. The here and now, that's what matters. You see, there's a contract out on one of them, and that person can't leave this room alive. But, which one? Go on. See if you can figure it out. Make your choice. Make your kill. I just want to observe and admire. Am I to take your silence as acceptance? Then you know where we stand. Make your kill and we're square. Repayment of your debt is but a discreet knife thrust away.
The anticipation is killing me. Can you figure out who has the contract? Which one will you choose?
I can hear you talking out there. Please let me go. I've done nothing to you. Is this about that raid last week? I told Holgrim there was no honor in killing sleeping men, but he wouldn't listen. It wasn't my fault, I swear. My name is Full-Time. I'm a soldier. Well, mercenary, really. You know, a sellsword. I've lived in Skyrim all my life. That's all. I'm a nobody, really. So, can't you just let me go? What? Oh, God. I don't want to die. Okay, well, I guess it's possible. I've been selling my sword arm for years now. Killed a lot of people. Could be someone wanted revenge. But you're not going to kill me, right? What did I do? Please, whatever it is, I'm sorry.
Get these things off of me. Cowards. Stealing a woman from her home. For shame. None of your damn business who I am. If you're going to kill me, just do it already. Esmara is my witness. If I didn't have this hood on right now, I would spit right in your face. Excuse me. What kind of question is that? I'm a woman living in Skyrim with 6 children and no husband. I don't have the time or the patience to be nice. Do some people look down on me? Have I made some enemies? You're damn right. I don't have time for this nonsense. I've got a home to keep and children to feed. Now, let me out of here.
Whoever this is, clearly we got off on the wrong foot. But no worries. This is not the first time I have been bagged and dragged. Varsha, at your service. Obtainer of goods, taker of lives, and defiler of daughters. Have you not heard of me? Perhaps I will have my people carve my name in your corpse as a reminder. Me? Are you serious? Fool, don't you get it? I live in the shadow of death every day. A knife in every doorway. A knocked arrow on every rooftop. If one of my enemies would not pay to have me killed, I would take it as a personal insult. Tell you what. You release me and I as my associates will not cut you down like an animal and butcher you in the street. It is a win-win. Hello? Hello?
Off of me.
I know you are listening. A man in my position makes lots of enemies. But what is a life-threatening situation if not an opportunity for mutual benefit?
From her home, for shame.
Tell you what, you release me and I promise my associates will not hunt you down like an animal and butcher you in the street.
When I get out of here, you're dead. Did you hear me? Dead! What's happening? Damn it, what are you doing? Release me! I don't have time.
I can hear you talking out there.
I've got a
Please,
home
let
to
me
keep
go.
and children to feed.
I've done nothing to you.
Let me out of here.
What did I do? Please, whatever it is, I'm sorry.
The conniving Khajiit. Cat like that was sure to have enemies. It's no wonder you chose him. Indeed. For you, my friend, seem to understand what's truly important. When I give an order to spill blood, you follow it. No questions, no remorse. Of course. And you've repaid your debt in full. Here's the key to the shack. But why stop here? I say we take our relationship to the next level. I would like to officially extend to you an invitation to join my family, the Dark Brotherhood. In the southwest reaches of Skyrim, in the Pine Forest, you'll find the entrance to our sanctuary. It's just beneath the road, hidden from view. When questioned by the Black Door, answer with the correct passphrase, "Silence, my brother." Then you're in, and your new life begins. I'll see you at home. Remember, the sanctuary is in the southern Pine Forest, just beneath the road and away from prying eyes.
Get these things off of me!
I can hear you talking out there. Please let me go. I've done nothing to you.
The mill is my responsibility. And that's what I care about. That's all. Understand? I just want to be left alone to do my job. and to enjoy what little free time I have when I have it. The world's going mad, and our Jarl does what? She hides inside with her visions. We need a leader, not some mystic. How can I? She never speaks with us. She's allowed this wizard, Falcon, to live in our midst practicing gods know what. And now there's talk of rebellion and dragons? What help could Idgrad be against them? No, we can only rely on ourselves. You do well to remember that. Don't know what you're talking about, stranger. I've heard of him. My father had suspicions about his connection to the mythic Dawn. Guess they were true. I don't need this. My family wasted 8 generations keeping that razor safe from a dead colt. As far as I care, it can stay locked in my house. I don't care, but my ancestors do. You can't have it. Easy. Here. These are the keys. The hilt is in a chest in my house. Just don't hurt anyone.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. There's a new lady in charge of the orphanage in Riften. She asked me to hand out these notices to everyone I met. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
The meal... my responsibility. And that's what I care about. That's all. Understand?
What do you need? What is it, Argonian? It's bad luck to talk about that place. Jarl's been looking for someone who ain't superstitious, though. Be looking for a fool if you ask me. I'll take my leave then. Now that's a fine shield. And not mere dwarven, is it?
Oh, do come in. I hope I have what you need. Jörgen and I both work hard, all the time. Murthal is important to both of us. No. Well, sometimes, but that's not the problem. I just often don't have much to do, so I tend to try things out. They don't usually work, but I try. Next thing I know, I've used up most of my stock. I picked up the trade when I was a girl. One of the temple healers staying here on a pilgrimage showed me the basics. She had a book with her. Song of the Alchemists, that I used to read over and over. I miss having a copy. Really? I'd be happy to show you a bit about herbs if you find the book. I think I can teach you a thing or two. Ah, so you're an alchemist then? Aye. I don't get many customers. Take a look. Ah, so you're an alchemist then? Until next time.
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
My cousin's out fighting dragons, and what do I get? Guard duty.
If you're here to purchase, I have many spells available. Do come in.
Do you like magic? Valiant says I'm good at learning. I like learning about magic. My mother and father died years ago. Valiant takes care of me now.
Have you been working on your concentration?
Yes, sir. I have.
Good, good. Concentration is paramount when dealing with magical forces.
Why?
Because an unfocused mind will almost certainly be obliterated, destroyed by the forces you attempt to control and yield.
Oh.
Have no fear. I believe it is within you to excel in your studies, but you must learn to concentrate.
Yes, sir.
If you stand before me to accuse me of sacrificing children or eating the hearts of the dead, you may save your breath. I have done no such thing, nor do I intend to. I simply wish to live my life in peace. The people of Morthal would much rather weave their own horrid tales about my life than simply ask me for the truth. If they choose to fear me in their ignorance, that's their choice, but it will not change what is true. The marsh is treacherous. You would do well to not wander at night. Take a look. As anyone will tell you, Morthal can be a dangerous place. My talents are useful here. I help maintain order, even if it goes unnoticed. All right, then.
My mother and father died years ago. Valiant takes care of me now.
My talents are much needed here in order to keep Morthal safe. Morthal is a troubled place. You deal with powerful forces. Take care they do not overwhelm you. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. Till next time.
I asked Valiant if someday I could learn from the mages in Winterhold, but he doesn't like that idea. Yes?
I don't want some snotty elf telling me what gods I can and can't worship. If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Take a look. Hope I don't draw guard.
You'd rather be plowing a field? Not me.
Fight, or die well.
Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. What the rebels like to forget is that the Empire is what's keeping their dominion out of Skyrim.
Stay alert. Never know when those stormcloaked dogs might charge. That arrow. I hate archers. Here's what I can spare.
bury with you.
Keep your guard up.
Yeah!
Heard trouble? The Imperials think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance.
I plan to spend all the days I got left on the water. It's where I belong.
Everyone thinks I'm too young to be a ship's captain, but I'm going to prove them wrong. I don't buy all that talk about ship captains having to be stern and strict. I want my crewmen to enjoy their work. By inheritance, as my men are fond of saying. Can't blame them. My mother ran the Sea Squall as strictly as she ran the house. I've been trying to find new areas of business, trying to win the sailors' respect, but I keep having problems. Take the last trade we did. Some fine-cut void salts from the College of Winterhold. Plenty of coin if you know who to sell it to. Sailors are what happened to them. They got drunk and ended up losing the merchandise in some cave. If you're not afraid of a little exploring, I'll pay good gold to get those salts. I'd better get going.
I could run this ship better than that boy who calls himself a captain. Maybe one day I'll do something about it.
You're that one from the college. Heard about you. I've got a lot of respect for the Restoration School. Skyrim could use a lot more healers. Heard about you and your honeyed words.
What is it? Do you have one of the razor fragments? Did you try the grip? Isn't it eerie how it seems to mold itself into your hand? Here's your gold. We just need the pommel and the shards of the blade now. They were worshippers of Mehrunes Dagon, the Daedric Lord of Destruction and Change. The mythic Dawn killed Uriel Septim VII and his heirs, triggering the events that led to the Oblivion Crisis when the Daedra invaded Tamriel. All that remains of the infamous cult I've gathered in my museum. The razor is Mehrunes Dagon's personal artifact. It has always heralded bloody change and carnage. It's held many names. Dagger of the Final Wounds, Bane of the Righteous, the Kingslayer. The mythic Dawn worshipped Dagon as a god. Having his razor would be invaluable to my collection. I'll just be tending the museum if you need me.
Got to keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time.
Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? This way, my son. Before we enter, I must warn you about the dangers that could be lurking within. Years ago, this temple was raided by an orc war party seeking revenge. They were being plagued by nightmares, just like the people of Dawnstar. Years ago, this temple was raided by an orc war party Knowing they could never defeat the orcs, the priests of Vermina released what they called the miasma, putting everyone to sleep. I'm concerned that when this place is unsealed, the miasma will dissipate and they'll awaken, both orcs and priests alike. The miasma was created by the priests of Vermina for their rituals. It's a gas that places the affected in a deep sleep. Because the rituals would last for months or even years, the miasma was designed to slow down the aging process. Sadly, yes. The longer an individual is exposed to the miasma, the more the mind can become damaged. Those who've been under the effect of it for extended periods of time have been known to lose their minds entirely. In some cases, a few never awoke at all. Once we get inside, all will become clear. Give me just a moment, and I'll have this open. Now I can show you the source of the nightmares. Over here. Behold the Skull of Corruption, the source of Dawnstar's woes. We must reach the inner sanctum and destroy it. Come, there's no time to lose. We fight to the last. your final hour! Damn it! The priest must have activated this barrier when the miasma was released. Impossible, actually. I wonder. There may be a way to bypass the barrier, but I must check their library and confirm it can be done. I suppose there's no point in concealing the truth any longer. My knowledge of this temple comes from personal experience. I was a priest of Vermina. When the orcs invaded the temple, I fled. I left my brothers and sisters here to die. I've spent the last few decades living in regret and seeking redemption from Mara. And by her benevolence, I will right my wrongs. I still have my key to the library. Whenever you're ready, let's move on. Lore holds that the Skull of Corruption holds a constant hunger for the memories of others. The skull has been out of touch for so long, I fear it's gained the ability to reach out on its own and try to feed. What it does with these memories is just conjecture, and an argument for scholars and historians to this very day. We mustn't tarry. The skull needs to be destroyed. It is possible. It's just up here. Be careful. We're certain to find more of the awakened within.
That's it? That's all you got? Victory is...
I've killed the Defiler! Library used to be filled with arcane volumes. Now look at it. Almost everything's been burned. I hope the tome we need is still intact.
What was that? Boost! God, no!
Barring any more interruptions, perhaps we can locate the information I need. We're looking for a book of alchemical recipes called the Dream Stride. The tome bears the likeness of Vermina on the cover. It should be here somewhere. Let me take a look. Mara be praised. There is a way past the barrier to the inner sanctum. It involves a recipe for a liquid known as Vermina's torpor. Yes, the torpor grants an ability the priests of Vermina called the Dream Stride, using dreams to travel distances in the real world. Quite amazing, yes. Alchemy and the blessings of a divine, distilled down into a ingestible liquid. Sadly, I have yet to see it function in person. As a sworn priest of Mara, the elixir won't work for me. The torpor will only work for priests of Vermina, or the unaffiliated. All believe there is a laboratory in the East Wing. If we proceed there, we should be able to locate a sample. The laboratory adjoins the library. I'm hoping we'll find a sample of the torpor left undamaged.
Awaken and perish. Time for your final act.
The defilers!
They're still here! Stop them!
Hey, be careful! What are you doing?
No one bests an order.
You can't win!
We're routed. Fall back.
Now that they've been dealt with, we need to find the torpor. It should be in a small bottle, very similar to a potion. I'll begin searching up here. The torpor should be in a tall bottle with dark liquid. If you find it, bring it to me. Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? I'm relieved you discovered a bottle intact. This place looks as though it was ransacked by the orcs. So, I've taken us this far, but you need to guide us the rest of the way. Drink. Dawnstar's fate rests in that tiny bottle. The longer we wait, the more damage Vermina could be doing to those poor people. I understand your hesitation, but I promise you that it works. Let's continue. We still have much to do.
The orcs have breached the inner sanctum, Brother Varen.
We must hold. We can't allow the skull to fall into their hands.
But no more than a handful of us remain, brother.
Then we have no choice. The miasma must be released.
The miasma? But brother...
We have no alternative. It's the will of Vermina. And what about you, Brother Casimir? Are you prepared to serve the will of Vermina? Then it's decided. Brother Casimir, you must activate the barrier and release the miasma. Let nothing stop you. Brother Thorin, we must remain here and guard this skull with our lives if necessary.
Agreed to the death.
Then let it be done. Farewell, my brothers.
I'll show you what a real orc can do. Just die. You can't beat me.
Someone there?
You can't beat me.
Worked. Mara be praised. You vanished after drinking the torpor and materialized on the other side. I've never seen anything quite like it. How I envy you. I can only imagine the excitement of seeing history through the eyes of another. Sadly, I am resigned to just reading of its wonders through my research of the skull. Indeed, my reverence for Vermina's machinations should not take precedence over our mission. My apologies. The inner sanctum lies ahead. We must reach the skull and put an end to Dawnstar's troubles. Lead on, my friend. Come, we must get to the skull and destroy it.
By her benevolence, you shall not stop.
Kill sight of a flea! Mara!
Wait. There, Thoric, you're alive. No thanks to you, Casimir. I no longer use that name. I'm Miranda, priest of Mara. You're a traitor. You left us to die and then ran before the miasma took you. No, I was scared. I wasn't ready to sleep. Enough of your lies. I can't allow you to destroy the skull, priest of Mara. Then you leave me no choice.
We fight to the last.
Vermina, forgive me.
Enough!
Good Erica.
I knew Varen and Thoric. They were my friends. Is this punishment for my past? Is it Mara's will to torment me so? No, you mustn't listen to them. They speak only lies and deception. Had we aided them in releasing the skull, they would use it to wreak havoc across Skyrim. They had to die. It's time. The skull must be destroyed. If you'll stand back, I'll perform the ritual granted to me by Lady Mara. First, an incantation to remove the barrier. I call upon you, Lady Mara. The skull hungers. It yearns for memories and leaves nightmares in its wake. Grant me the power to break through this barrier and to send the skull to the depths of oblivion.
He's deceiving you. When the ritual's complete, the skull will be free, and then Arender will turn on you. Quickly, kill him now. Kill him and claim the skull for your own. Vermina commands you.
They say that vampires attacked the Hall of the Vigilant, burned it to the ground. Never heard of them. What a foul... The damned nightmares have finally stopped. Don't suppose you know anything about that?
Yes? They're dead. My pa was a sailor. Took me with him on his last trip. After he got sick, they put us off here and left without us. He died a few days later. I've tried to make do since then, but it's been hard. Real hard. I'm running food and supplies to the miners. Don't pay much, but they let me sit by the fire in the inn most nights. I'm late. Gotta run!
You don't look so good. Are you feeling all right? I work for the Wind Peak Inn. I should head on inside.
The Wind Peak Inn features the finest bard in all of Dawnstar. Me. I'd better get going.
I'm sorry. My mind was just somewhere else. Do you need a room? Drink? Oh, do you need a room? Everyone in town knows about the Black Door, and to never go near it. Take a look. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Now, who was it that kidnapped the Jarl's son 20 years ago?
You mean Hildolf the School Splitter? Remember when we rounded up the townspeople and dragged him out of that cave?
Thoring runs the inn. Speak to him.
I'd never seen my husband fight so bravely before.
Aye, to your husband. The vines bless his memory.
Tough just one of the miners. I don't want any trouble.
I swear the ore is getting harder to dig.
You're just getting older.
That's why I come here to talk to you. You're all heart.
Need something? Yes?
I'm no one special, just a miner who swings a pickaxe for his drinking money.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
I'll forge you a weapon tomorrow. Right now, I'm closed.
I helped my husband Rustleif run the forge. He's a marvel with steel.
I traveled far and wide when I was younger. Glad to have set...
God might get nervous. What is it? Dragons? I used to be an adventurer like you. And I took an arrow in the...
Are you feeling all right, dear? You look a little ill. Frost took my husband years ago. He was a good man. You kind of woman get a
I'll have your head.
Oh, no, you don't.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. My cousin's out fighting dragons, and what do I get? Guard duty.
Tell me again why we're wasting time and dwindling resources chasing a legend. We don't even know it exists.
The Jarls are upset. They don't all support you.
Damn the Jarls.
They demand the moot.
And damn the moot! We should risk letting those milk drinkers put Toryg's woman on the throne? She'll hand Skyrim over to the elves on a silver plate.
All the more reason, then. The crown would legitimize your claim.
A crown doesn't make a king.
You're alive. I owe Ulfric a drink. I have to admit, I didn't think we'd be seeing you again. I misjudged you. You're definitely Stormcloak material. It's time we made this official. You ready to take the oath? Before you're one of us, you must swear fealty to Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak, future High King of Skyrim. You must also pledge unswerving loyalty to your fellow Stormcloaks, to Skyrim, and to her people. That's the spirit. By swearing this oath, you become one of us, a hero of the people, a true son of Skyrim, a Stormcloak. Repeat after me. I do swear my blood and honor to the service of Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm and true High King of Skyrim. As Talos is my witness, may this oath bind me to death and beyond. Even to my lord, as to my fellow brothers and sisters in arms. All hail the Stormcloaks, the true sons and daughters of Skyrim. Now you're one of us, which means you get to tag along on a little trip with me. Oh, and here. You're a Stormcloak now. You ought to look the part. No, but this one.
If it even exists.
It exists, and it... be the symbol of the righteousness of our cause. Think about it. The jagged... It heralds back to a time before Jarls and Moots. Back to the time when the king was a king. I have found the final resting place of the Jagged Crown. Can you believe it? Well, I'm almost certain. We're headed to Corvinjun, but if old King Borgus is indeed buried there, we're bound to run into trouble of some kind. Your fellow Stormcloaks are already assembling outside the tomb. I'll meet you there as soon as I'm finished up here. Don't wait around for me. When have I ever been false with you?
Fine. I'll send the Unblooded here with you. Fancy a crawl through a moldering dungeon to see if you can't stir up Garmar's Jagged Crown.
It will be there.
Why are you still here? You're supposed to be at Corvinjun, proving Garmar right, or proving him wrong. Why are you still here?
Get yourself kitted out with what you need. Welcome to the fight, brother.
Why are you still here? You're supposed to be at Corvinjun, proving Garmar right, or proving him wrong. The Imperials have already dug into Whiterun. We're wrested from them soon enough. We must. Its central position is key. Soon enough, we will march on Solitude. And on that... the heroes of Sovngarde will...
Well, another maggot squashed beneath my feet.
Oh, smite!
Put you down!
Come on, at least try to hurt me.
I got something for you.
This a fight now.
This is your last mistake.
Come on, at least try to hurt
I make this quick. Give up, buddy.
Wake me up.
Come on.
Eyes? That messes up a little.
That's a pretty shade of red. Dead! I'm getting bored. We'll kill you!
You're pathetic.
Such a pretty shade of red.
That even sounds.
That's it? That's all you've got?
Wait, I know you.